Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Hope you have a very great and a very special day today, especially with your families. God bless all of you. Now, I'm going to update you on what we have for the severe weather coming for New Year's Eve as well as New Year's. Matter of fact, we have a parade of storms. The jet stream is going down into a deep trough and going up on a high ridge on multiple storms that is coming. Storm after storm after storm. So I'm going to give you the latest update on what we do have. And you can see the next 3 days from National Weather Service. So we still have that storm system coming down, bringing the 1 to 3 inches of snowfall for today. Chances for mixed precipitation and freezing rain for today with storms, mixed precipitation, and freezing rain in the northwest as well. As we go through tomorrow, this is going to continue to go further and further down the west coast. So for tomorrow, you have freezing rain, mixed precipitation, heavy snow, rain, but you're starting to get thunderstorms now for southern Oregon going down California. And then it's going to continue for the next day. More storms going down California, rainfall, a lot of mixed precipitation, a lot of heavy snowfall in the higher elevations. They still have the temperatures with some more freezing rain coming down. This is by Tuesday. And you can see the setup when you look at your 500 millibar vorticity. So we have that storm coming through, bringing a chance for some freezing rain also for the snow. But these storms, these parade of storms, are going to continue to come from the west, bring y'all a lot of rainfall, a lot of severe weather, and it will go down towards the southeast on a high ridge, bringing storms, damage, and winds. And this is going to happen over and over and over, one after another. This pattern is locked in for about the next 14 days. So I'm going to update you on the latest impacts that we are showing that you're going to get from this. Plus, remember, put radar in the comments. I'm giving one of these away every single day. We are picking a winner today. I am not showing up without a gift for today. So if you've never been here before, I give away these very nice, pretty expensive weather stations every single day back to my community. So in order to win one, all you got to do is hit that like button. You must be a subscriber and share this information, guys, so people know what is the upcoming impacts as soon as they get off this holiday. And the winner for today, Brian Avelsgaard. Congratulations, Brian. You are the winner of the weather station for today. Make sure you go to this email address. This is my email. Give me your address and your phone number so I can ship it to you, and you can track the package as it comes to you. Radar, strong winds here in coastal North Carolina. Temps in the 50s and dropping throughout the day. Thanks for the updates. Be safe. God bless you, Brian. Thank you so much for being a supporter on my channel. Make sure you send the information so I can get this out to you. Now remember, if you want to get one for yourself, the link is always in the description so you can go on my discount. This is going to be all the time, guys. I'm definitely going to be doing this for the next 30 days just to keep this going. So if you've never been here before, this is a very nice weather station. It'll let you know when you have severe weather, thunderstorms, bad winds. It has all kind of readings to let you know everything that's going on in the atmosphere. Everybody that has one does give it a 5-star rating, and they do love it. So make sure to win for the next one for tomorrow. You can put in the word radar in the comments. If you want to get one yourself, the link is in the description. Remember, guys, be fair to everybody. If you already won one, please don't put radar in the comments. Give everybody a chance. And you can see the rainfall that's going to add up with this, guys. For the next 2 days, you're going to start getting heavier rain coming down the west coast. All this red is all 2 to 3 inches. The higher elevations of California will see feet of snow. The next 3 days, the next 5 days, it's going to start adding up for the south central. And the next 7 days, we're going to start getting a lot of heavy rainfall in the southeast, and it will be more. But look at all the precipitation now that is coming down the west coast. And all this in the higher elevations of California. This is why you're seeing feet of snow. You have chances for 10 plus inches of precipitation coming down. But everybody else, a lot of heavy rainfall, and this is causing a lot of flooding. Now you can see from December 26th all the way to December 30th, you're starting to get a lot of heavy precipitation all down the west coast. Washington, Oregon, including down California. It don't have Los Angeles in there, but they will be in there. And for the south, you can see also that you have heavy rain coming all the way to Tennessee and southern Missouri, all the way until the 30th, with still flooding possible for the New England states. But as you go for the full 14 days, you can see now how the heavy precipitation is carrying all the way down California, all the way down to Arizona. and also for what's in the south. The south isn't just going to be a small area. Now you have chances for flash flooding all the way up into the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, and the Southeast. So it's not just one portion. It will grow as these keep coming in. So for today, you have a marginal chance for flash flooding. For tomorrow, this is going to grow and go down California, where you're starting to build up a slight risk for flash flooding. Then as you go through Tuesday, it's going to go even further down California, where you just get a lot of flash flooding, putting everybody in the slight risk. Then as you go all the way till Thursday, then you have more flash flooding building up straight into the slight risk, because you're already full of precipitation, and any more would automatically put you in a flooding stage. You can also see this from National Weather Service. The next 6 to 10 day probability outlook for precipitation is heavy precipitation right here in this green, especially the dark green. But look at the west coast and the southwest now. Very heavy precipitation coming the next 6 to 10 days. And you can see for the next 8 to 14 days, it stays there, especially for the southwest. So up to the next 14 days, there's definitely going to be a lot of heavy precipitation coming to the west and the southwest, creating a lot of flooding problems. But at least our temperatures are getting better, guys. All this cold spill was just crazy. Next 6 to 10 day probability outlook has a lot of people above average, but really for the east side of the U.S., you're going to have a lot of temperatures, a lot of above average temperatures, and this is where the severe weather aspect will come out of it. Even at 8 to 14 days, you can see you're going to be well above average temperatures for the next 2 weeks. And you can see how these temperatures are going to start getting better. So for today, for tomorrow, it's going to start getting a little bit better. As we go through Tuesday, this is where we start getting our little warm up. And as we go through Wednesday, it is going to be a lot of warm temperatures, especially in the south. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's going to stay here for a while, where we have a lot of warm temperatures in the south and the southeast. And that is going to help with your severe weather. It's going to raise your dew points, bring all this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and there is going to be a lot of storms. And you also can see with all the warm temperatures, it's going to start raising up your dew points. Matter of fact, these dew points stay around Texas, eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana for a couple of days before New Year's Eve kicks in. And this is where the storms are going to be building. This is where we're going to start getting our severe weather. And then as we go into Christmas Eve, we're going to move to the southeast, also to the mid-Atlantic and a little bit of the northeast. Still have high 60 dew points. This dark orange is in the 60s, almost the 70s of dew points. And this is going to continue over and over and over. Just storms in the south and the southeast. You also can see with your cape, with your lift, that it does bring up a lot of lift as these storms pass through. Now we're starting to see some dark green. We even starting to see some yellow in there. So as we get closer, we can start to see more and more strength in these systems. Before, it just showed blue and a little bit of green, but it's still showing a lot of cape, a lot of lift, a lot of convection in the area as these storms pass by. So we definitely need to keep our eye on this next pattern, because I'm still seeing a lot of storms coming to the south and the southeast. And you can see this when you look at your lightning strikes. As you go into the 29th for Thursday, you're starting to get a lot of storms building up in the south, and it does move over to the southeast. Then once again on Friday, there's going to be more storms. Once again on Saturday, there's going to be more storms. And this one goes a little bit higher towards Maryland, Delaware. That's where you have those 60 dew points by Sunday as you go into New Year's Eve into New Year's. Then we have more storms coming right behind that one. And it's bringing damage and winds as well. So as you can see, we get the first one right around Tuesday the 27th, bringing a lot of storms to the west coast. And it does get strong. It gets all the way down to a 968, 969 as we get that surface low that goes out into the Atlantic. No threat for anybody. But this will continue to go down to the southwest, come up to the central U.S., and create our severe weather pattern. Now, even though you have these storms on the west coast, you don't have a severe weather outlook. It is going to be for heavy rainfall and chances for flooding. So as we go through the 30th, we're starting to get our storms that's brewing up in the south, while we get our next one coming along the west coast. And this will create storms and severe weather for the south and the southeast. New Year's Eve going up towards Ohio Valley, still bringing a lot of storms in the south, while we get another storm going down to the southwest of California down to a 989. This is New Year's Day. And this one will also go down into the south, take the same pattern that the first storm took, while we get the next one coming along the west coast right around the second and the third. More storms, one after another, just over and over and over. Now, as we get closer, we can do a little fine tuning and see exactly who, when, and how strong these storms are going to be, guys, because it's still days away from the severe weather, even though they are starting on the west coast already with these storms bringing the flash flooding. You can see when you're looking at higher elevations for your winds that it is bringing chances for damaging winds coming with each one of these storms. As you go through, the first one is going up from the south to the Ohio Valley. Second one comes in right on New Year's Eve, starts bringing a lot of high winds towards the east coast and the northeast for New Year's. While that next one comes in from the southwest, we'll do the same thing. Start bringing high winds, possible damaging winds, and this one is even stronger than the previous two, and we're still far away, guys. As we get the next one that comes in and does the same thing, everything is going to bring a lot of winds from the south all the way to the Ohio Valley, all the way to the northeast. So we do need to keep our eyes on this, and as we get closer, we'll get way better information. So you can see this first system that comes in brings that little bit of snowfall. It does bring us 40, 50, even up to 60 miles per hour wind gusts. 60 is the red. Then we start getting that system coming in from the west coast, starts bringing y'all some high winds as well. 40, 50, even 60, 70 in the brown. And then as we come through the central U.S., it will bring damaging winds from the south central towards Ohio Valley. And then the next system comes all the way down California, bring a lot of high winds as well as you go through New Year's Eve and New Year's Day all the way to the northeast. Starts bringing a lot of high winds. Then there's going to be another one, and there's going to be another one. It's going to be a steady pattern we're going to be into, guys. Before the first storm is still bringing that 1 to 3 inches towards the central U.S., a little bit for the Ohio Valley. It's not bringing a lot of snowfall, but it is bringing the winds. And you can see with National Weather Service, you're getting 40, 50, even 60 miles per hour wind gusts as it comes down upper Midwest, cools it as it comes down towards the central U.S., bringing all the snowfall. But you can also see with National Weather Service that we are getting some high winds coming with that little bit of snow as that first system comes along the east coast, and it is bringing some very high winds, guys. 40, 50, and 60 miles per hour wind gusts, 70 in the higher elevations. But look at the west coast now, because these storms are starting to come in. Now you got 50 and 60 along the coast. Higher elevations have 60, 70. National Weather Service shows within the next couple of days over 100 miles per hour wind gusts, especially for the higher elevations of Oregon going into California. So this is bringing a lot of damaging winds with it. It is bringing chances for flash flooding and potential tornadoes. We won't know that until we get a little bit closer. But when you look at the precipitation that adds up from this, you can see the first one comes in, all turns into snow. But then you start getting heavy precipitation on the west coast, and it keeps going south all the way down the southwest. Now that's within the next 4 days, and then it comes up to the south central and starts becoming heavy precipitation for the south. And that's within the next 7 days. As it brings more down the west coast, and it's going to be storm after storm after storm. Just start adding up to a crazy amount of rainfall. Not only what's going on the east side of the U.S., a lot of heavy rain, but look at all this heavy rain that's all along the west coast. But thank you so much for your time, especially on Christmas Day. I pray you and your families have the greatest day possible. I'm celebrating mine now right after I post this video. So make sure you put radar in the comments. That way you can get the chance to win for tomorrow. And congratulations to the winner for today. For today, I want to read to you Isaiah 9, 6, and 7. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Amen. For unto us a child is born. Amen. Remember, everybody, all glory, every day, always goes to Yahweh, our Father in heaven, our God. And may He give you all the best day possible today. Bring peace to all your hearts. And remember, it's not just Christmas Day. We could be like this, and we should be like this every day of our lives. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a very Merry Christmas, everybody.